Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So I just thought I would do a book unboxing of my, excuse me, I just need to get my foot and ankle into a more comfy spot. I just thought I would do an unboxing today of my Goldsboro Books October Book of the Month that I've just recently received. Yeah, I'm kind of behind with book photos for Instagram, but I really want to get there. It's just kind of, I guess, at the moment with my hip/back, I don't think it's a good idea to try lifting a heap of books to do book photos or shift them. So I am definitely working towards it, but it'll kind of happen when it happens kind of thing. But I really want to get to them and post them. So yeah, but yeah, I just thought I would do an unboxing of my Goldsboro Books Book of the Month Club. If I can actually get it out. So I'll just knock that off. So this is our book of the month, and I'm just going to sit my pillow down and sit it on there for a minute. So I probably should have taken it out of the bubble wrap to make it easier for myself, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, stupid low battery. Go away. So I'll have to wrap this one up fastish, I guess. Yeah, this is my Goldsboro Books Book of the Month Club. Premier Club book. So here we go. Got this. Just need to get rid of all of the paper. So you'll notice here, our Goldsboro Books Book of the Month Club book for October is People of Abandoned Character by Claire Whitfield. And I had Zeus. So this says, an astonishing book set in a Victorian London plagued by Jack the Ripper. Whitfield's narrator is Susanna, an ex-nurse who rushed into a rapidly souring marriage with a wealthy surgeon and starts to believe that her husband might be Leather Apron herself. I'd be amazed if it isn't dominating the shortlist come next year's awards season. So this is their exclusive edition of People of Abandoned Character. So you got our blue sprayed edges with the stencil key on the edge, and I think it's an exclusive dust jacket too. I can't remember for sure. But inside we've just got like a yellow coloured book with blue writing on the spine. And it says here, he is my husband, to honour and obey, until murder do us part. London, 1888. Susanna rushes into a marriage to a... lily hair, getting on everything. Into a marriage to a young and wealthy surgeon. After a passionate honeymoon, she returns home with her new husband wrapped around her little finger. But then everything changes. His behaviour becomes increasingly volatile and violent. He stays out all night, returning home bloodied and full of secrets. Lonely and frustrated, I can't pronounce it. Susanna starts following the gruesome reports of a spate of murders in Whitechapel. But as the killings continue, her mind takes her down the darkest path imaginable. Every time her husband stays out late, another victim is found dead. Is it coincidence, or is he the man they call Jack the Ripper? So we also got an exclusive author letter in here. I think, is there something else too? Oh, yeah, there is, but we'll get to that. So we got an exclusive author letter as well from Claire Whitfield, and this says, Dear reader, if you're reading this, it means that People of Abandoned Character, yes, by me, has really been printed, and it is really October Book of the Month, and that I really am a published author. The idea for the book came at a creative writing workshop in Eastleigh near Southampton. It was a small class, about five of us in total, a real random assortment of people. People had dropped out as the weeks went by. There is something about writing that makes people feel especially vulnerable and exposed, and that whittles down those of us who have the appetite to take the risk. The teacher brought in a news article from 1888 covering Polly Nichols' murder. We had to write a piece about the murder from the perspective of someone who may have been affected, but not a policeman or a victim. I chose his wife. The reaction was positive and people encouraged me to do more with it. So I promptly forgot about it until I was in another workshop, this time at the University of Winchester in 2016. It had the same reaction, so I thought, that's it, I may as well use this to write my first book. They say first books never go anywhere anyway, that most authors don't get published until book 2 or even 3, so I best crack on. I knew it would be hard, but I didn't realise it is possible to fall in love with your characters, how they come to life independently. I didn't know they could frustrate you like a real flesh and blood person, or that their flaws can drive you insane. I didn't know that I'd want to grab Susanna by the scruff of the neck and shake her. But I love her. I think we would bicker an awful lot, and she can be extremely frustrating, but I do care about her. I also didn't realise how frustrating it would be to read about a part of history I assumed was already familiar and see a very different view. My impression of the Victorians was formed by school. Queen Victoria, Empire, everything was wonderful. And yes, there were poor people, but it was a time of growth and economic revolution, and that made Britain a prosperous nation and everyone benefited. What a time to be alive. I didn't realise that there would be so many similarities with today. And I didn't realise that the Victorians who I assumed the model of decency and morally upright behaviour were as corrupt, decadent and materialistic, in fact more so than us today. That the class system with rigged and unfeeling efficiency in life was very cheap, but only depending on who you were. We think of today as personality and ego-driven, but the Victorians were worse. A well-connected and privileged person could quite literally get away with murder. I wrote this book at a time of heartbreak. I was reflecting on some of the choices I'd made and not feeling particularly good about some of them. My contribution to this novel was to remember the times I'd been made to doubt my own sanity and combine those with other people's experiences and let Susanna do the rest. I will be eternally thankful to Goldsboro Books and for the opportunity to write to you in this way. My only hope is that you fall in love with Susanna just a little bit in a strange way too. So then inside here we've got this awesome, I'm assuming it's a map of Whitechapel, which is awesome. And I don't know why it's mentioning AEAF lock. I don't know. Oh, because I'm holding my finger on there. Duh me! I was holding my finger on a spot and it locked onto that spot. Then we've also got a bookmark here for the Goldsboro Special Edition. And I got number 963 of 1,000 numbered copies of the first edition of People of Abandoned Character, signed by Claire Whitfield, so it's signed and numbered. Inside, can I turn the page, please? Thank you. So it's a first edition. And then our book starts. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this and very happy to have it. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this bit of an unboxing anyway. And if you've got the Goldsboro Book of the Month book, yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about it. I haven't read it yet. I haven't read a few of them yet, but I'm loving collecting these books for when I do get to read them because I love Goldsboro Books and I love their Book of the Month Premier Club and their Sci-Fi Fantasy Fellowship Club. And yeah, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you, and I will see you later. Bye.